Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Cooking with Tom and Olivia. How are you this week?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very, very good. We have Fredo downstairs, which is news, and that's fun for me, so it's nice. What is your exciting or fun thing?
My exciting or fun
She's
thing
like, oh shit, I've not thought about anything. Nor have I.
Is I went to Cambridge for the first time on Sunday.
Oh right, what did you get up to?
Punting, bit of shopping, went to an art gallery, museum, all in one day. And then when we went punting, there was like a Pim's boat.
There was always going to be drink involved.
Yeah. Drove up, swam up, boated up, rowed up.
Cruised
up. A Pim's bar cruised up.
Paddled
and we
up.
had...
you cruised, they paddled, right?
Yeah. We had a Pim's on the sea.
You punted up.
On the lake.
You punted
no,
up.
river.
You punted up because...
Yes.
That's where it's the verb. Punting is the verb.
Yes, punting. Oh, punting is the verb.
Up.
They punted up to us on the river, and we had Pims, and it was so nice, and it was 25 degrees, which is a little bit too warm.
Well,
but once
it is in the UK.
punting,
it's weird when you get to 25 degrees in the UK. You're like, oh my god, it's too hot.
Yeah.
But in like Fuerteventura, or wherever, you're like,
it's nice.
30 degrees, it's all right.
Sweaty weather when it's 25.
You've not got that place to go and cool off in England. You can't just jump in the pool like you just burnt melting all day.
Yeah.
Whereas in the
or the walk-in, we've only got the walk-in fridge here.
You can jump in. Yeah, we do. The walk-in fridge is good. It's like 1.7. It's actually too cold for a fridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Should be between 4 and 8, just so you know. But it's at 1.7, so that's very cold.
What was your fun or interesting thing?
I don't really have one either. I mean, I'm going to claim Fredo because Fredo, my friend, my very first head chef, Fredo, is here. So he's cooking for us this week.
Where did you work together?
We worked together at a place called The Bakery, and then we worked together a few times. So I first met him at the place called The Bakery in Retford, and then I moved on to another restaurant, and then I left that restaurant. She closed down and moved back to work with him for a short time in a pub with a restaurant called The Blacksmiths in Clayworth near Retford. And then I went away and did my thing, and then I worked with him a bit in London as well.
Oh, nice.
I've also worked with him in Ireland, where he lives, in Belfast. We did a gig together there, and then he's come here a few times as well. So he's
been everywhere together.
Yeah, we've kept 25 years of friendship. Yeah, wow. So it's quite cool. I feel very old, saying that.
That's older than
me. I met
me.
him when I was 15, and I think he was younger than me when we met. So yeah, good times. It's really nice. So yeah, Fredo's here cooking for someone this weekend. We have 2 weddings this weekend, which is very exciting, and no pies this weekend.
No pies.
Which is
yes,
a
there
rarity.
is no pies. What were you cooking downstairs earlier?
We're doing lots of things. We've got fillet of beef with potato rusty and pea puree and carrot and like a jus, and then we've got a jus of desserts, and then on my wedding we have like a beef flatbread.
Yeah. With
a parsley emulsion, manchego, pickled shallots. We've got a aubergine peanut curry, which is going to be delicious. We've got
a good memory.
Hot potatoes with chimichurri and pomegranates, and lots of other stuff is delicious.
And the hot honey chicken.
And the hot honey chicken for
That's what I'm
evening
looking
food.
forward to.
Yeah. So yeah, there's lots going on. Actually, it's quite.
Yes.
It's nice to not. Although I do love doing a pie, it's nice to have a week off doing pies.
Yes.
Actually, so.
Yes.
And both of them aren't, which I think is a rarity.
Yeah, very rare.
Yeah.
But yes, got full house downstairs.
Full house, yeah. Busy kitchen.
What else been up to this week? We had our Saturday wedding at Willimarsh Farm doing pies, which you probably you've seen because we did a YouTube video. No, did we do pies?
Yeah.
Yes, we did pies.
Yeah, we did pie, and you made a video straight away.
Yeah. Watch the video.
We need to get your editing list higher again. It's dwindled.
Yes. That's just how some weeks are. Some weeks there's loads.
Yeah.
Some weeks there's not.
It is. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. We've hired a new head chef. He's going to start soon, actually, so that's exciting. In the start of June. That's been something I've been working on for a while, but he has confirmed he is coming, and we have officially offered the job. So that's a nice thing out of the way.
Yeah.
I don't need to be bothered about recruitment again.
Yeah.
Or at least not in a. He's not in a stressed way, just in a, oh, you're good, come and work for me, not, I need this person to fill this role. Yeah, that's better. It's a better kind of recruitment. So that's really exciting too. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to report.
No.
It's been nice. The weather's been great, so I've been...
Oh, I've got a report. We've got some baby cows in the field over there.
What's a baby cow called?
A calf. See.
What's a baby goat called?
Don't know.
What's a baby lamb called? Oh, shit. A baby goat is a kid.
Oh, I did know that. What's a baby duck called?
A duckling.
What's a baby goose called?
A gosling?
I don't know.
I think it's a gosling. Yeah, I'm
Ryan
sure there's a
Gosling.
joke about this as well, but anyway.
But yeah, we've got baby cows.
Baby cows.
I feel like every time
Veal.
I pull up to work each week, there's some sort of new animal.
Maybe.
But yeah, they're so cute. Although I scared it off. It came running up to me, and I went over to take a picture, then it ran off. Scared it. But yeah, they're so cute. So that's the only interesting thing about this week. Yeah.
My dog, you ate a truffle last week. When the lambs were tiny, she reminded me of lambs, like the black sheep, because she's got little lamb legs.
She's getting bigger now.
You know
though.
what? We went for a walk the other day, and she jumped in the. We went for a swim in the river, and she jumped in the river, and she got out, and you should have seen her little skinny chicken legs. It was hilarious. It was
Yeah, because her fur
belly.
like bulks her out.
Yeah, and then like these skinny little legs.
Oh, it's so cute.
funny. Anyway, we'll be back for the questions and answers. Welcome back to the questions and answer part of the Thomas and Olivia talking about drivel.
Okay. Dave asks,
Oh, Dave.
what is your best canapé?
Oh, yeah. Has he not seen any content?
I
Dave,
think we're gonna
Dave,
say the same
Dave.
one.
Steak wrap chip.
Yeah.
100%. We have nailed that goddamn thing. It's definitely a signature dish. It's had many evolutions where we used to use fries. But what you got to think about when you're doing these things is how quickly you can pull it together. And like by counting 6 fries out, it's slowing down. We're grabbing one beautiful chip.
Yeah.
And then we went to so we stopped using fries and we started making our own chips. And then there's Kaufman's fries out there now.
A what?
Kaufman. Pierre Kaufman is a French chef he's got places all over the place, but he works out of London as well. And he's a potato connoisseur. And he now has a range of fries and chips in the market that are available wholesale. You will have eaten them at some point in a restaurant. Your truffle chips and parmesan. Yeah, there would have been
Really?
Kaufman's. We went out for lunch that day.
Yeah.
There'll have been Kaufman's, I'm sure. They're good fries. It's a really good prop.
Can you buy them from supermarkets
I don't
or
think
anywhere?
so. No. Maybe Waitrose and M&S, but I don't know. But you can buy them wholesale
Are they
anyway.
ones you put in the oven or fryer?
You have to fry them. Well, you can put them in the oven, but it's better frying them.
At my
they're an
house, we're
excellent
trying
product.
to find the best. We're trying to perfect our chips that we have every Friday in the fryer. So
Oh,
maybe
right,
I need
okay.
to get my hands on some.
Yeah, you can take a bag. I'll let you have a bag. They're really, really good. And then we moved from fries to our own chip to the Kaufman's chip because honestly it was just as good. And now we make a multi-layer potato, it's like a pomme or a sliced potato with butter, and we press that.
So good.
Yeah.
And it makes them like more crunchy
Crispy,
as well.
yeah. So I don't think we can get much better on this thing. There was always space for improvement, but these are like.
But we do switch up the sauce, don't we? On top.
I like that. Yeah.
I like the béarnaise one. I think the
Béarnaise
best.
mayo,
or the
yeah,
garlic mayo.
Garlic mayo. I don't put the garlic mayo on it too much, but yeah, béarnaise
I put
mayo.
it on in the kitchen.
Garlic mayo, black pepper mayo, green pepper mayo. That's good. It's got to be a
never tried
mayonnaise 'cause it
that.
has to be a bit more robust and stable. An actual béarnaise sauce can be a bit temperamental. So yeah, good times. So yes, that's my best one. That's the best one for sure. Steak wrap chip.
I would agree with that. Next, we have Imogen, who has asked, walk us through a typical wedding day from a caterer's perspective.
Oh, wake up and stretch and be reminded that I'm really old and cranky. Have breakfast with my kids.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to them. Jump in the van. Get here. And then generally it's loading up. So everything's ready Friday night before, or the night before the wedding anyway. Everything's always ready. We never do any prep on the morning of the wedding. It's all done the days before. So that's the rule. And then we will load up. So we take the menu and we tick off everything we've loaded into the eskies and the crates. And that goes into the van. I also make sure I've got all my kitchen equipment. So we kind of have to, in your mind, you have to go, right, well, I'm having pasta. And the pasta needs a pan and a spoon and a colander to drain off and a big pan to cook the pasta in, for example. So you got to think about all the equipment you need for the future. So that all gets packed. You always forget tea towels, so you pack tea towels, extra tea towels. And then off we go to the venue, wherever it may be.
Pick stuff up on the way.
Sometimes pick stuff up, yeah. I try not to, but Callum does that for sure. And then we get unpack, and I get ready, unpack everything, get everything ready, put it in the fridge if there's a fridge, keep it in the esky, and get ready for the service.
Normally then I turn up.
Yeah.
With my camera and my tripod. And other things.
Then the canapes will happen. Started, main, dessert. We have a good clean down between each course and between the dessert and the evening food. Then we'll have a little bit of a break. Normally at that point,
have some dinner.
something to eat. have a coffee, wake ourselves up again, because then you just go into tired mode, and then kick in for evening food if there is evening food.
Normally there is.
And then, so that's from like 8 a.m. and this is around about 9 o'clock when the evening food gets served, and then we'll clear it. Honestly, as soon as the last evening food's served or the time is up, we're out of there like a shot. And we've normally left by about 10:30, quarter to 11 at the latest. Drop the staff off at their homes. Really important about, we might organise to meet the staff at a central point, but we will always drop them to their house late at night. It's not really fair to drop someone in the middle of Leicester and expect them to get home.
Yeah.
So we drop people home, and then come and unload the van here, and then sorry, I just thought about something I might not overshare. And then we get here, unload the van, and go home.
And go to bed.
Well, yeah. I normally have a beer, honestly.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I normally have a beer in my underpants. There you go, I overshare.
I normally, well, I get to leave earlier than everybody else. I normally make my way to the pub.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah. Just have a couple of drinks, and then we get Sundays off normally. Sunday is our day off, so have a lie-in.
I generally have a beer and watch something mind-numbingly rubbish on TV.
Yeah,
I don't put anything on the screen that you can choose. I just watch what's on the live TV.
Nice and simple.
And that's it. And I'll drink my beer, and I go and have a glass of water, and then I go to bed. But you don't
watch. Did you watch Match of the Day?
I do watch Match of the Day. Yeah, just
normally that's
I don't care about football too much, but I watch that or whatever's on, just to, empty my mind, basically.
I just go on TikTok.
Well, that's not emptying mind though. That's filling your mind with more mindless shite.
Yeah, it's very bad. Yeah. But yes, that's what a typical day looks like for Wedding Caterer.
Maybe we should do a full day in the life of actually, like a pure, like you'll have to get up at 6 a.m. and film me coming out the door. But it'll be a good video, to be fair. But I might do that.
No, that's a good one. Okay, so Gracie asks, how do you come up with new dishes?
Inspiration comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
Our clients come up with tons of ideas that I then work with. Obviously, social media's got heaps of stuff just being created
TikTok,
and contented.
Pinterest.
Yeah, I never go on Pinterest, but yeah, TikTok a bit. I don't really get food inspiration from TikTok. It's more Instagram, but maybe that's the way I've set it up. I'm sure it is there.
Maybe it's your age.
Yeah. TV, interviews, podcasts. Piss off fly.
Mine's normally what's going viral. That's what I get all my inspiration from.
Yeah.
But I'm a consumer, not a creator of food.
Eating out as well, and just taking different things, and obviously like knowledge, what we already have in my mind, and putting that down and working through the ideas and trying to piece it all together. So inspiration comes from the Good Food magazine, Sorry, I got a yawn there. Good Food magazine, even things like just snippets, or Jamie Oliver on the TV, or Delia Smith, or whoever. Delia Smith, not seen on TV in years. Mary Berry, whatever it might be, like watching Great British Menu. All these places, you just pull up different things or see different things.
Crushing
but I think,
together.
Yeah, but years gone by, I've got a bookshelf full of books there, and you used to be reading a book every night, reading a cookbook before I went to sleep.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, eh?
Okay. If you've got any more questions, then you can
Send
comment them, or you can DM them at the Instagram. And we have just had another pie video come out. You'll be watching this tomorrow, so it will be yesterday. We did a satay chicken pie, so go and watch that. And then we're actually just recording the one for next week currently.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a good one. Can you give them a hint? It's something that you have when you're really hungover. That's my hint.
I was about to say, I think you gave him a hint. Well, that's enough.
Yeah.
I think that's enough hints.
So try and guess what it is. But yeah, so we will see you next week.
Ta-ta. Bye.